Are you a project manager finding that your reporting is ineffective or not even being read? If so, this episode is for you. Welcome to Better Projects Today, the bite-sized project management podcast helping you to bridge theory and practice in your own work to create better teams, better results, and better projects today. I'm Tyler Norman, and I bring 15 years of experience as a global program leader and mentor. In project management, you spend hours producing detailed reports over the lifespan of a project, but let's be honest, most stakeholders don't read half of them. So how do you ensure that your project reports actually get read and acted upon? In this episode, I'm going to share 5 tips to ensure that your reports are being read, you're not getting questions that could have been answered with a quick open of a report, and that you actually provide value through the activities of creating project management reports. The first tip, be brief, be brilliant, be gone. Project reports are often way too long, and this is a mistake I made in my early career and that a lot of project managers do. If a project management report is 20 plus pages, folks will open that once, see that, and they won't open it again. Or at minimum, it'll get pushed to the bottom of an already packed inbox. The golden rule here for any executive communication, especially project reporting, be brief, be brilliant, be gone. A few ways to accomplish this are start by including only the key essential information. Project reporting isn't the place for a deep dive for a big story on why something happened. Focus on key metrics, decisions, risks, the things that need stakeholder attention. When it comes to progress updates, very simple. Something was accomplished, something was done, not the 5-paragraph overview of why. The goal here is to provide value without overwhelming your audience. By keeping it short and sharp, you increase the chances that it'll actually be read and acted upon. If more details are needed, you can do one of two things. Either provide a clear, low-friction way to ask for more information, or like we'll talk about in a bit when it comes to design, start with summary information and then include more in an appendix of sorts. Tip number 2, ensure the reporting includes the most important information for your audience. Tailoring your report to the specific concerns of stakeholders is absolutely critical, and you'll often find that a one-size-fits-all report ends up pleasing no one. Different stakeholders have different priorities, and for example, executives may care about financial performance and key risks, while team leads will care more about operational details and upcoming milestones. Before you prepare your report, understand what matters most to each group. Maybe you split your reports up and you have different reports for each group. What I often recommend is at minimum have different pages for each group. So you may have a summary page, you may have a roadmap that's key for tactical, you may have a summary financial sheet. Make it very clear what information is included in each section and ensure that it aligns with your audience need. One key here, the best way to understand your audience's need is to ask them. Tip number 3, consistency is king. Predictability is a major asset when it comes to project reporting, because if your stakeholders know that they'll receive a concise, actionable update at the same time each week, month, bi-weekly, whatever it is, they'll know it's coming and they may even look forward to it. What this is going to do for you is it's going to build trust. It's going to train your audience to expect and look forward to your updates. It's going to get ahead of questions. You may find that stakeholders have a question that's not critical to get an answer to immediately, so they wait for the report to see the update. Additionally, develop a template and stick to it. Using the same format every time allows stakeholders to quickly find the information they need. Perhaps they want the financial summary and they know that on page 3, the financial summary is always in that spot. If you're consistently mixing up the templates and stakeholders have to search for the information they want every time, they're going to stop looking, they're going to pick up the phone and call you. Whether it's an email, a dashboard update, a formal report, whatever it is, consistency ensures that your message gets sent across efficiently. On that note, tip number 4, optimize your report creation process at a team or organizational level. One thing I hear from a lot of early career PMs, and something I got wrong myself, is I would set up my report and then I would align each spot with who the stakeholder was that needed to provide that information. And my reporting process was easy for me because at the beginning of each report creation, I would send out a bunch of emails or a bunch of comments in SharePoint out to a high volume of people, and I would wait for the information to come in, and I would bug them. I would be a fly in their ear. It was very easy from my perspective to create this report, but when looked at from an organization or a team level, we were sinking a huge amount of time into this process of creating regular project management reporting. One thing I like to recommend for early career or PMs who are looking to bone up on their report creation process is create a process flow diagram, quick, dirty, that describes what your report creation process looks like and optimize for the entirety of the process. Some ways you can do this are, as a PM or as a program manager, you may not be at the task delivery level of detail, but you should have a really good idea. So maybe you draft the first pass and ask for feedback on key points. In a perfect world, you're pulling information directly from a source of truth. If you can set up with your project management information system where you're pulling directly from the information that's used as a source of truth for tactical management, that's best case. The key here, don't make the report creation process a massive manual exercise. Otherwise, the stakeholders involved aren't going to put the time that it really deserves into it because it's too much of a time sink. Final tip, and this is a key one. This is something that I don't see very often, but is so critical. It's a tip I got early in my career from an experienced program manager. Teach your key stakeholders how to read the report at some point in the process. This can be done at the kickoff meeting. Maybe you take some time at the kickoff to pull up that first or maybe a mock project report, and you say, in this report, you're going to receive it at this standard cadence. Page 1 is going to be summary information. Page 2 is going to be a roadmap. Page 3 is going to be a financial summary, so on and so forth. Tell your stakeholders exactly what this is going to look like, and maybe it's you're going to get an email bi-weekly and it's going to have key milestones accomplished, upcoming, and a quick sentence or two on finances. Whatever level of detail it is, tell your stakeholders exactly what's going to be included and where they can find key information. If you don't do big kickoffs, another way to do this is to record a 1-minute video on how to read the reporting and include it with the report, at least for a while, but potentially for the whole project. You can include kind of a very simple table of contents to help guide as well. The key here is this upfront investment is going to save you a ton of confusion down the road. Stakeholders will be more likely to engage with the report because they know what's in there and they know the value, they know where to find things. And it's going to save you an immense amount of questions where you turn around and say, this is in the report, and the stakeholder says, oh, I didn't know that. In conclusion, project reports are a critical tool for keeping stakeholders informed and engaged, but only if you approach it in the right way with structure that can be read and acted upon quickly. This brings us to the end of the episode. If you have a topic or question you'd like to see addressed in a future episode of Better Projects Today, let me know in the comments below.